Hello, Collective. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I hope that you're all well blessed, highly favored. Thank you for all the likes, share, subscribes. I greatly appreciate all of you. Uh, let's just jump right in. So I want to talk a little bit about my dream state, or what I had in my dream state in the night, in the morning, uh, during the night hours. Okay, I had a dream about my son that's in Chicago, right? With his baby mama that he's with, and in this dream I was not, it was like I was staying at his house, or something like this. And you know how when you're with your kids they try to hide things or cover things up, like if they're arguing. So anyways, there must have been some type of arguing going on or whatever. uh it's like they live by a mall. I don't know whose house this would have been, because it would have been like if they live right across the street from a mall or something. Like if you were to look out the window, or look out the door, like there would be a mall. You know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily have to mean that that mall is right across the way, but that mall could be around the vicinity. So, anyways, in this dream, I heard, like, bickering, going back and forth, and I'm the type. If I hear any type of bickering or any type of BS, I'm gonna ask you, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's the problem? You know. So basically, that's what I did, and it was like some type of bickering. I don't really know what that fighting was about, but I know I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? I was not happy. I was not pleased at what I was seeing, and furthermore, I wasn't happy because my grandchild was there in the middle of all this nonsense, and I was saying, why are you bickering and fighting and all this nonsense? Do you not realize that there's a child here? So as this bickering and whatever they were fighting about, I mean, only, I'm not really sure that, I didn't really get all the way down, and if I did, I don't remember verbatim what was going on there, or if they even got to tell me, because I got fueled up right away. I got upset. So then I know, like in this dream, there was like 5 or 6 other females that ended up popping up. These were like all Latino women, and there could have been like a black girl that was light skinned, an African girl that was light skinned. But some of these girls, they were tall, some were medium, and then there was like this one, and it was like weird because she had this long pink hair, but her body was half. It's like she had a half a body. And I'm like, okay, is she? Because there are people that have half a bodies. You could move around without legs. So I'm like, either this girl has a half a body, she does not have anything past the stomach, right? And that's just how she is, because you could live like that, like I said, or this person was a dwarf, right? So, anyways, I saw all these different people, and honestly, I mean, their faces didn't look familiar to me, but I was like, I felt like it was my daughter-in-law, and then all these other people that were like with her, like these women, nothing but I'm gonna call them witches because that's what they were. I know real witches. I know witches when I see them. So I was like, I guess they thought that they were gonna come and they were gonna bombard, or they were gonna overpower my son, or and I I was not having that. That shit's dead. I'm like, no, sweetheart, this is not what you think it is. Trust me. If I were you, you need to move around. So in this dream, I wasn't pleased. I'm looking at my son, I'm looking at my daughter-in-law, I'm watching my grandkid here, and then I'm watching all these different type of women that look like, a bunch of dark demonic, I don't know what, very low vibing, 3D and under, like very low vibing. That means there's no balance in these individuals at all. And I wasn't pleased. Because I started literally talking shit to them. I started talking shit to my son, to my daughter, to everybody. You know, and my most important concern was about none of these people except my son and my daughter-in-law. I mean, excuse me, and my granddaughter, not my daughter-in-law. Okay? The only reason that I need her to do what she does, you know, our relationship has never been the best to begin with, but we have learned to have balance. But see, what I'm seeing is that somehow this individual is doing things that she should not be doing pertaining to my grandchild and my son, because if that was not the case with many other females, if that was not the case, then why would I be dreaming about that all of a sudden last night? And if that's not the case, then there could be some other individuals that could be also trying to instill or bring confusion as well into the spiritual warfare to make me think things. You understand where I'm coming from? Or they could be letting me know that these other women that popped up, they're the ones responsible. But see, the problem is that why would you think that you could even come into my dream state? Or why would you even think that you could disrespect me or my child or my grandchild? This is the problem that I have. And honestly, I'm just going to keep it 100, humanity. And there's a Gemini involved in this, because I look down on the phone and there's a 6. And that could be a Gemini anywhere. Any one of these people that I didn't look familiar could have been a Gemini, okay? So I was not happy in the dream state. And in this dream state, I was going back and forth with these women, back and forth a little bit. I was. Cause I had to let them know, I don't know what you thought this was, but this is not what you thought it was. Basically, I let them know this is who's in charge, and if you can't handle it, then you better go sit your ass down and figure out what you got to do, because this is just the way it's going to be. That's what I'm saying here. And the other thing I'm saying is, like, pertaining to my grandchildren, and this is my smallest grandchild. Like I told my son and my daughter-in-law and any other witch, because there was a number of females around there. If you don't like it, then I will be the one to make sure that that child is removed from this area, from your family, from your friends, from my son. I wouldn't give a damn. And I mean that. Because, see, from what I know, the majority of your family are illegal immigrants anyway. So I can send you all back to Mexico if I feel like it. Please do not push me. And the only one that will be staying here would be my granddaughter, sweetheart. So why God felt the need to bring my son, my daughter, and my and then 5 or 6 women that I've never seen before. And if I did, they were covering their face to make sure I didn't remember their asses. See, some people are very sneaky, but some people are not stupid, because they know the power that you carry. And they know what you're capable of. Now, this also could have been past, present, future. But see, I found this to be like, this is something that was. And my granddaughter looked too small. She looked small. You know, she didn't look that big. Honestly, she may not have even looked the size that she is right now. She looked smaller. So I don't know. And I don't know what the purpose of this dream was to show me besides what I already know. I already know my son's in trouble, and I know my granddaughter's in even more trouble because they're in a situation that needs to be broken down. But besides that, I strongly know for sure that there are many others that are around my granddaughter and my son, right? And many of these witches, these women around the vicinity where they are in that city of Chicago, they are liable and responsible. They are adding to the spiritual warfare. Well, let's just say that I don't become very friendly when you mess with my children or my grandchildren. Let's just put it like this. You know how a bus runs over garbage in the street, right? Let's just put it like this. When it comes to the ones that I love and that I adore, I will literally run you over like a bus, and you will be the piece of garbage on the streets, and I will act like I don't see you. So next time you think about interfering with me, my child, my family members, my grandchildren, let's put it this way. That's what I'm going to basically do when I see you. And as many of you got to see in the dream state, right? I didn't give a damn how many of you there were. Did you notice that? I'm pretty sure you're going to remember that because I made sure that you did before we all got out of that dream. So please do not push my buttons. And as far as like anything else, pertaining to my personal family, whatever, everybody got to do what they're supposed to do because if I'm having dreams like this, there means there's something going on. There's some complications. There's people causing issues. And besides that, you all as parents need to get your shit together. I don't know why one would think that you could come against me. I don't know how many times that God has to tell some of you over, and it's like he keeps showing you over and over and over and over. See, you think it's close to Halloween, but I'm going to share something with you. What all of you have done previously on Halloween in the month of October, you will be reaping what you sow. But since you felt that you could come into my dream state and disrespect me and mine, well, let's just say we're going to add karma to what you got coming already. I'm going to add karma to what you got coming already. And you ain't got nobody to thank but your damn selves. So I'm going to leave that with you right there because I'm done talking about it. I said what I needed to say in the dream state. And I said what I had to say right now out loud. So that's for everybody to hear. Because I'm sure there are going to be some ignorant people that are going to try to test me in the next few days. And if I were you, I would think twice. I honestly would think twice what you all are about to do from now until October 31st, because there's a lot riding on this shit. And that's all I have to tell you. Shit, that's more than enough. Think about that. Think about what I said. Worldwide. Worldwide. And I want to share this. I've been the crows and the ravens been outside like nonstop. Okay, there's a lot of death coming, and I do mean a lot. You're going to see many deaths. Like you're gonna be freaking out because many people are about to drop. And how do I know? Because every day the ravens and they're here. The crows. It's like nonstop. and they're just hawking, they're just crowing and crowing and crowing. That's telling me that death, 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 death. That's what I'm hearing when they come. Death's coming, death's coming, death's coming, death's coming. But the reason the death is coming is because a lot of you do not know how to grow up. You do not know how to do, you do not know how to stop doing the darkness that each of you do. And I just saw 1515 on the phone. Angel number 1515 on the phone. Well, let's just say that that's my mother and my aunt's birthday again. And what's the coincidence that my mother's going to come today, right? I'm telling you, death is coming. Remember what I said. And when you see these individuals, I don't know who you are that you're on my back with that cold ass air, but get off of my back. Do not bring no cold air on my back. And if that window's open and you don't belong inside here, I would stay the hell all the way outside, like way, way, way over there to the street part, honey. Because I am not in the mood today. So when you see these people dropping down, passing away, you need to understand that they're not passing away because they were doing good things. They were passing away because they were doing a lot of dark things behind closed doors that all of you did not know, or some of you could have known because you joined in. Some of you joined in with these bad people to do all the bad things that all of you have been doing thus far. So when death hits your doorstep or hits certain people's doorstep, you know why. It wasn't because they were balanced in their dark and their light. That's for damn sure. More than likely, it's because they refused to balance their dark and their light. They refused to respect the God of all gods, the divine, the creator of heaven and earth and the universe. And they thought they could do whatever they wanted to until God came and said, no, sorry, I'm about to sit your ass down permanently. Because some people, that's what they need, obviously. They're so addicted to doing bad and not wanting to change, right? So what do you think that what do you think that God and God's armies, we have no other choice. Because they're not giving us one, right? I mean, we've been giving, the coronavirus done passed in the last few years already. We still got people at the same level, stuck on stupid like they were two couple years ago. Still stuck right there at that same spot, looking like Boo Boo the Fool. And here me and you are, we flew. We're already gone. We're already in the fifth, sixth dimension. And everybody else is still like at the same place. And everybody's wondering what's going on. Well, first of all, you're stuck in the 3D and many of us are in the fifth, sixth, seventh dimension. That's what's going on. This is a universal change going on this planet, in the universe, in every realm and dimension. If you can't catch up or you can't do what you need to do, you will be removed and you will either need to come back to the next life, or this just might be your last life, depending on what you have did from every lifetime to lifetime. Because if you have come every lifetime and all you have brought was nothing but problems, trials, tribulations, destructions to yourself and humanity, more than likely this is your last life. So some of you, you got, I don't know what to tell you. And at this level, I don't have any pity for anybody. I don't. If you're looking for some type of pity for me, you will not get any. I'm sorry, you just won't. I see a lot of flowers. It says country garden. Funny thing is, I know my mom, she likes the Country Garden magazine, and that's what's on the TV. She likes flowers, houses, country garden magazine. She does. I see many of us, we need to be, real balanced, not withering away, not wasting and withering away like an old flower that has sat around for like a month, but a brand new, fresh, rejuvenized flower that's bright, colorful, and living. It's the message I'm getting from looking at this. I could have some people from England in my energy. You could be English. Your bloodline is your bloodline is you're from England. You're English. So just think about those things that I spoke of because it's very important. And one other thing that I was thinking about, I think it was when I woke up today about that dream and everything. I started talking to God, and I was like, the funny thing is, I said, Father, if the father of my child was more balanced and was not so focused on ruining my life or being so dark and demonic, I'm like, most of that energy, and I do believe that he does, love his child, don't get me wrong, but it's like you would focus on talking to your child, writing to your child, making sure that you're whoever you got out here in the world that looks over your child, somebody with common sense, obviously, not people that do dark things. Because a lot of his bloodline, they are dark, and that's just what it is. I'm talking about someone that is balanced and balanced in their dark and their light and would actually go and watch over his child. What since he knows his child, is in the middle of a warfare, in the middle of a city, and also, talk. You know what I mean? Or watch over that individual. But I said it's sad that they're so focused on trying to take me down and make sure that everything around me is messed up that they can't even focus and be an advantage, a help to our children because you're caught in the dark with the rest of the dummies around. You know what I mean? But that is something that I did tell God about. Like, it's easy for a man and a woman to lay down, but it's not easy for a man and a woman to take care of the responsibilities. Let's just put it like that. You can lay down with any man, but that doesn't mean that that's a man. A man is one that takes care of his loved ones till there is nothing else to do because that is what you do. And not that my kids need that because my kids got God at the end of the day and that's all they need. But see something the other part is that my kids have to be able to build themselves up and get out of whatever they're stuck in. I could talk to you till I'm blue in the face, till I'm blue in the face, or you're blue in the face. But the only one that's going to remove you and get you up out of that shit, that darkness, is yourself. God will give you the rope to pull you up, but you have to be the one to start climbing that rope. Whether in the dream, whether in real life, whether whatever in the spiritual warfare. So these are things that you have to think about. Also, they're telling me that some people are on medication. I don't know the facts because I don't know that woman's personal life. But if she's supposed to be on medicine, she needs to be on her medicine. Let's just put it that way. If you have mental, psychological issues, I wouldn't give a damn what. If I find out that you run around and you with my grandchild, you with my son, and you supposed to, I'm just saying, if you're supposed to be on medication, take your medicine. Because I'm talking about mental and psychological issues. I don't got time. I mean, I can knock you out and bring you back unto reality if I need to, but if you honestly got some issues, you need to take your medication. If you have issues, you need to go see a psychiatrist, a psychiatrist, whatever, and stop being also being a people that's codependent and codependent on each other's bullshit. Just because you got a kid together don't mean nothing. And see, I see my son and I see a lot of me because when I stood with his father, I stood for over 8 years too damn long. Though that was 8 years too long that I regretted every day. That was never for me anyway. When I stood and I took what I took, it was for my kids because I prayed that they would have a family that would stay united. But sometimes what we want, it just don't work out. And my son, he got his own issue he got to work on. His middle name is Angel, and my granddaughter is Angelina. Those are angels, whether they want to see it or not. Your names were not given to you just because they were given to you. Any disturbance, any confusion, any lies, any darkness that you bring around my granddaughter, I don't give a damn if it's my son or my daughter-in-law or anybody else around there. Her family, my family, friends, people that should mind their business and trying to get in the middle of this spiritual warfare and bring that shit to my granddaughter's house. I'm telling you what's going to happen to you is not going to be pretty. Stay away from my granddaughter, and for that matter, all my grandkids. But right now, the subject is her because that's what came into the dream state. Just like my granddaughter today, the other one, she called me. And it was crazy because the other one that called was my son's other daughter. The one that he's not that close with because he's with this other one, right? With this other woman. And it's like these people don't know how to be adults. They're childish, irresponsible. They do not put their priorities first. And who suffers once again? The children. And they all fall short. All of these women fall short on that. There's none of them is innocent. They could talk and gossip till they're blue in the face. Not one of these baby mamas is innocent. I don't give a damn if it's my middle son or my oldest son. Everybody everybody done did what they did. Let's just put it like that. I'm not going to put their business out there, but they know exactly what I'm talking about. But you have to work together. Now, what's the coincidence? I'm dreaming about my baby's father, right? I mean, about my you see, my kid's father could have been in that dream. I was dreaming about my son and his family and my little granddaughter, his baby. But then this morning, my other granddaughter, which is his older daughter, texts me, and I see on the phone mom. But see, her mother calls me mom all the time. My daughter-in-law. So I thought something happened. So right away I call. And she goes, "Oh, no, Grandma, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, I was an accident." And I said, "Are you sure? Is everything okay? Does your mother need something? No, everything's okay." Okay. And then I had to tell her, I know your father's not working. Your father don't got money. Your father's in a bad place right now. But hopefully he gets himself together. Not that that's going to make her feel any better because and she's a kid. She didn't ask for this. Just like the one over there that got to be in the middle of all that nonsense, that arguing, that fighting, that negativity. She didn't ask to be in that either. Just like when I was a kid, I didn't ask to be in that either, right? So we have to be a people that breaks. And you know what's crazy? 2929 was on the phone. That's my birthday. 2929. Look up angel number 2920. That's my birthday. That's why God set me here to help other children. Because These kids, what they're going through is who I was when I was a kid. That's why I get very upset. For one, because I love them with all my heart, but for two, they don't deserve that. If you can't get along and you can't be functional human beings with each other, then you don't need to be together. Cause you're making the children suffer a lot more. Get you a job, go back to school. If you need psychological help, go and get you a counselor, psychological or whatever, psychiatrist, a psychologist, whatever it is that you need. Hey, we all go. I used to go all the time when I was young. Shit, I might go again anytime now if I feel like it. Not in this time, but when I get wherever I'm planning, wherever I end up, of course I'll go. You think I'm not after everything I've been through? Ha! So I'm not sure. I put everything together. You know what I mean? And some people, it says 31 on the phone. What did I tell you about October 31st? What I say? Didn't I tell you? I looked down on the phone and it's 31. I already told you, whatever yous are planning, whatever yous are doing, bro, from now until the 31st of October, you're going to see people dropping. Remember what I said? Because you got people that do not know how to stop doing the bad, not dark, demonic things that they do. And the other, I had to say one more thing. Now, when I went to my son's house one time, I had a candle lit. And my daughter-in-law came with some girl. That was not my business because I was laying in the room. I don't care what they do. But I had a whole candle lit. She came with a friend and her sister. It was them three and my son, right? Well, I woke up the next morning. The funny thing was that my angelic candle that I lit to bring peace and light and love into that environment, especially because if I'm there, I already know what shoes are on and what kind of atmosphere there is. I want my candle lit. They made sure they turned that damn candle off, honey. That's how you know the devil lives there. They turned that candle off. And that was a pure white candle. You're never supposed to turn a candle off, like, especially if someone like me turns a candle on. You go behind me and you turn that candle off. That's the worst thing you could ever do. That showed me from that day that they were demonic in that house. Very dark, very not balanced in their dark and their light. I already know. I mean, I don't judge people, but I read a person by the cover of the book I see. And I am a seer. That is my gift, to see. That young lady and her bloodline, her family bloodline, it's just, they let's just put it this way. They're more dark than light. With everything they do. And the funny thing is, they think that, see, people think that I don't understand Spanish, but see, I do. I play my part very well. And just know that I know every last word that you have said pertaining to me, whether I was in your presence or I was not. Everything. I mean, I do mean every word. So, anyways, I'm just letting you know what's going on because it's not, what's today? We're not even, you know what I mean? They're starting and it's the 25th. This is what I'm saying to you in the spiritual warfare. Shit is being exposed and they're starting, and today's only the 25th. So, and what's the coincidence? I'm having bad dreams. All of a sudden, this one, my mother wants to come. All of a sudden, everybody. It's like some people. I don't know if they think that they're unseeable, that they have a covering that God can't see them. Is that what they think? I think that's what they think. That they're untouchable. Okay. Well, I guess I will be the bearer of news when it comes time to shoot, when everything hits the fan in the next few days, because it will happen from here to the 31st. I will be the bearer of news. You will see my videos popping up and explaining to you why everything that's about to go down is going down pertaining to each person. You ain't gotta watch Channel 7 News, CNN, cause shit, you gonna be watching me. And not because I need clout or I need a dollar. It's because I'm gonna tell you the truth. So just think about that. Think about that. And I know the people that need to hear me loud and clear. Cause they forever in my business, they forever in my energy, and they're trying to be in my dreams and everything else, honey. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the note. Somebody's 36. 36 years old. Somebody here is 36. Whoever you are, stay out of my energy, period. You and all. I mean, I don't want nobody in my energy. I don't. Right now, when I'm in the mood I'm in, and I'm dealing with spiritual warfare on this planet, it's better that you stay out of my way. Straight up, stay out of my way. And to the dark witch that's attached to my twin, the one that he's scared of, let me tell you something. As much as he wants to protect me, he should actually be not worried about protecting me, because I can handle my own. That dark witch, specifically the one I'm referring to, right? That's attached to my twin. Let's just say that the clock has ran out for her. And not just her. Everybody else that is attached to her will burn in the pit of fire. And I do mean the blue fire. Not the red, the blue. Because that's what happens when you play with a real earth angel, a real goddess. Running around trying to get pregnant on purpose, running around trying to live or be in my energy. To the witch I'm speaking to, you're very pathetic. It's women like you that make other women look like shit. You're a disgrace to the feminine race, to the women. An embarrassment. I don't know what bloodline you come from, but I'm pretty sure your ancestors are disgusted with you, because I am. So once again, I'm gonna give you this warning. I'm telling you, I'm not playing with nobody out here. Stay out of my way, stay out of my energy. Because the army that you come with and the army that I come with, oh sweetheart, it's gonna be a lot bigger and a lot worse than the one you come with. And we don't hide behind closed doors, or in the dark for that matter. What we do out in the open. And that's all I have for you. So think about what I said here. There's a reason why I'm sharing this with all of you, so you know exactly what's going on in spiritual warfare. But let's get a few things out in the open so people know. Yes, I know. And yes, I know you were in my dreams. You know, and you know now, and the whole world does. And look up angel number 3939. Angel number 3939. Good luck. I hope you win if you play in the lottery. Somebody's 39 years old. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.